Hello and welcome to another episode of Ken Training, where we want to train you to tackle projects like this one on your own. We are going to be looking today at the coils of a gas valve for a gas dryer. That's a Samsung gas dryer that is right there, and this is the gas valve that came out of that dryer. When you're looking at the gas valve, the gas goes in here and comes out the gas valve here. There are two coils on top of or integrated with the gas valve. The coil with the 3 terminals is called the primary, and the coil with the 2 terminals closer to the outlet is called the secondary. During the sequence of operation, when it is determined that the dryer wants to produce heat, it's going to send 120 volts over to this coil, putting gas pressure onto the secondary valve, which is underneath here. It's like there's 2 mini valves inside of this one gas valve. There's the primary coil valve and the secondary coil valve, okay? So first during the sequence of operation, the primary will get 120 volts, it will pull in, and then it will allow gas pressure going to the secondary valve. Then when the igniter gets hot enough, the flame sensor will recognize that, shutting off the electricity to the igniter and sending the electricity to the secondary coil. The secondary coil at that point in time will open, and it will allow natural gas to come out the outlet, and thereby the igniter is hot enough and it will immediately ignite. The flame sensor will recognize that, keeping the flame on, unless of course you have some other issue going on with your dryer. So basically that is the sequence of operation. I'm going to show you how to test these coils. Now, I want you to keep in mind, even though these coils may test out electrically, and I'm going to show you that electrical test in just 1 second, you may want to just change them out as a matter of to be really prudent with your repair, because you have to get fairly deep inside the unit to get to these. They only cost $10. It may not be bad even if they check out electrically. Obviously, if they don't check out electrically, you're going to condemn these and you're going to change them out immediately. But you may just want to change them out even if especially if you don't have any other smoking gun. Some other element that's going on inside of your natural gas cycle, where you could have the high limit could be a problem, the thermistor could be a problem, the thermal fuse could be a problem, the flame sensor could be a problem. If all of those check out, definitely change out your coils and see if you can rule that out prior to changing out the gas valve. Gas valve is $150. Coils are only $10. So let's get to this video right now. Now you've got the coils for the gas valve. There are 2 coils, and there are the electrical connections for the coils, which are here and here. And in order to do this, you could just take your electrical connections, wiggle them, pull them out, wiggle this one, pull that out, put those down to the side, take your your Phillips head screwdriver, and there are 2 screws, one here and one here. And you're going to loosen those up, and you have to remove them 100%. Then this top comes off, and then the 2 coils come out. The one with 3 prongs on it has a sleeve. You want to make sure that sleeve remains on the valve itself. There's little dimples inside of these on the 3-prong coil and the 2-prong coil, to make sure that when you put them in, those dimples line up with these holes, to make sure that it goes back in the correct orientation, and so you can't mix these 2 up. So the manufacturer tries to make it completely idiot-proof so that you know exactly what it is that you're doing. Then these go back in. The dimples have to line up like so, and then you're going to be able to reinstall the screws in an effort to put these together. Now, what we want to do is we want to test these coils to make sure that they test out okay. All right, so these are the two coils that we took out of the dryer that is working properly. Now we're going to take our meter, we're going to set it to ohms, and I'll give you a backlight there. And we're going to go ahead and test the 2-prong coil first. And this reading here is 1200 ohms. So 1200 ohms is good because the reading should be between 1000 to 2000 ohms. Now, on the 3-prong coil, there are numbers, and this prong to my left is labeled as number 1. This prong over here is labeled as number 3. So the middle prong is number 2. 1, 2, 3. So between 1 and 2, we should get 300 to 2000 ohms. We're getting 1400 ohms. We're perfect. Now between 1 and 3, that's going to be a different number. Now let's check it. Now this one is rated, the ohm reading that we're getting on 1 and 3 is 0.5 thousand ohms, which gives you an actual ohm reading of about 588 ohms. So, and apparently that's working good. I'm not sure what the tolerance levels are. Just for the hell of it, we'll check 2 to 3. Doesn't really mean anything, but we'll check it just to see what it is. And that's coming in at 1.9 thousand ohms, or 1994 ohms. Okay, so that's how you check your ohms. But either way, if you're on the fence about your coils, you should change them out. They're only $10, and this is going deep in the unit. These coils are brand new because they came with the brand new gas valve. This is the old gas valve, but the new gas valve is in the unit right now. So I know that these are in good condition. Okay, good. Everything's nice and snug. We're going to put our electrical connections back together. And make sure that they snap in securely.